Despite having years to prepare for this very moment, the Michigan Republican Party is headed for chaos during the presidential nominating process. Yep. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back again with a new video today. It is time to talk about the chaos that is unfolding in the state of Michigan, because everyone, once again, the Michigan Republican Party is back in the news. And just like every other time we have talked about this godforsaken party, it is not for a good reason. In fact, this article might be the most damning indictment of this party yet. And we have read some bad stuff, but this one takes the cake, as we have officially entered the territory of, hey, this party is not just incompetent, but they are now screwing with the presidential contest. Yeah, it is so bad in the Republican Party of Michigan that on March 2nd, there was going to be a nominating convention on the Republican side to decide who wins the delegates for the primary. Well, there's not going to be one Republican convention. There's going to be two separate ones on the same day. Yeah, they're going to have two separate conventions to decide who wins the delegates. I thought we reached the bottom of the barrel with this party, but nope, it is so bad that Christina Caramo is leading a completely separate convention. Now, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you can join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Now let's get right into it, because my goodness, I thought we were done with this. I thought, all right, the RNC has selected the new chairman, Pete Hoekstra. But according to Christina Caramo and her followers, no, that doesn't count. She is still somehow the chairwoman of the Michigan Republican Party. It's just absolutely insane that we are, 2 weeks away from this happening, and we're going to have two separate conventions? Let's just get right into it. As early in-person voting began on Saturday in Michigan, a fight for the control of the GOP in the crucial battleground state plunged Republicans there deeper to a political maelstrom, with rival factions potentially barreling towards hosting duly nominating conventions. Yeah, it is so bad that these nut jobs like Christina Caramo, they're going to just say, screw it. We're going to hold our own convention. As if things weren't already confusing, in a little over a week, the state will host a traditional primary on one day, and then a caucus-style convention a few days later. Now it seems there could actually be two conventions in different parts of the state, each claiming legitimacy. So, yeah, there was going to be a primary, then the convention, but either way, it's like, why have two separate things? Just have either the primary or the convention. Why have both? Well, now, there's going to be three. Former President Trump is headed to Michigan on Saturday night, with a campaign rally in Waterford Township, about 30 miles northwest of Detroit. While he has made it clear which faction he is supporting, and so has the National Party, that has done little to dissuade the Trump-styled election denier attempting to hold on to power. Oh, Trump-styled election denier. Really? You know, this is why I hate the media. When they talk about stuff like the Michigan Republican Party, they blame Trump for it. It's like, what? An election denier? I know she's a nut job and she did not concede, but it's like, you're telling me you're going to compare Trump to that? When we all know she's just batshit crazy. I mean, it's like, you lost by 15 and you're claiming there's, fraud in the election? No. You got crushed. Accept it. It's not like Trump where he, in quotations, lost the presidential race by like 40,000 votes. The feud, already being waged in state court, appears to be only gaining intensity. Pete Hoekstra, whom the RNC recognized on Wednesday as the state party's rightful chairman after his election last month, said he was moving forward with plans to hold a statewide nominating convention on March 2nd in western Michigan. Yeah, so the RNC and even Trump said, no, Pete Hoekstra is the chairman of Michigan, we're done. But Christina Caramo defined the RNC's determination that she had properly been removed as party chairwoman earlier in January and Mr. Trump's endorsement of Mr. Hoekstra. So Trump is even against Caramo. Trump never supported Caramo. Even back in January of 2023, when they picked the new chairman, he picked Matt DePerno. Has also indicated that she will continue hosting a convention on the same day for the same purpose, but in Detroit. So it's not like, they're just like in the same building, but a separate room. No, there's going to be one separate convention in Detroit, and I'm assuming one in Grand Rapids. Oh my goodness. This is a freaking mess. Really? 2 separate conventions? This is why I'm saying she does not give a rat's ass about helping the Republican Party in Michigan. No, she doesn't. She's doing this for herself. She's trying to gain power. I mean, really, hosting a separate convention in Detroit? Well, funny enough, that's where she lives. That's probably why it's like, oh, I don't want to leave Detroit. I want to just, stay right here. I'm the chairwoman, so we're holding it here. Hold it in Grand Rapids, where it probably usually has been for years. I mean, this is insane. In the first place, that there's 2 separate conventions, not just in the, one building across the street. No, completely separate parts of the state. At stake of the convention will be 39 of Michigan's 55 Republican presidential delegates. The other 6 will be decided during the state's February 27th primary, which includes at least 9 days of early voting. The hybrid process, new this year, was adopted by Republicans in order to comply with RNC rules after Michigan's Democratic governor moved up the primary date. This doesn't sound like a bad idea. I think it's actually a good idea where, hey, host a primary one day, but then the rest of the delegates will be decided at a convention. I actually like the concept, but the problem is when you have the nut jobs, say, Christina Caramo, decides to host her own convention, well, that's where this could become a big problem. We are the Michigan GOP, Mrs. Hoekstra said. Christina Caramo is not. Yeah, I mean, that's no-brainer. 90% of the statewide party agrees with that. In fact, the RNC even stepped in and said, no. Hoekstra is the chairman, Christina Caramo isn't. They're not running a convention, he said. Ms. Caramo, who gained notoriety for her claims of fraud in the 2020 election, was elected as the party chair last year after losing her bid for Secretary of State. She did not respond to several requests for comments on Friday, but on social media and in a recent statement from the state party's email account, she has insisted that she is still in charge. The Great Poupon Good Old Boys Club hate that they can't control me, and that we've disrupted the corruption club, Ms. Caramo wrote on Friday on X. Our movement is going away. We are bringing a righteous renaissance to the Republican Party. What the hell is she talking about? This is why I always say, just because someone claims to be America first doesn't mean they actually are. I mean, let's face it. This seems like someone that's schizophrenic. Our movement isn't going away. We are bringing a renaissance. Yeah, the renaissance included a bankrupt statewide party, failures across the board, having no plans for the cycle. I mean, does no one realize that there is possibly the most important presidential race of our lifetimes this year? That's why the quote-unquote corruption club is mad that you are potentially destroying any chance Republicans have at taking back the legislature, at potentially winning a Senate seat, or even, hell, winning the presidential race here. That's why they're pissed off. I mean, name one positive thing Caramo has done. One. Fundraising's been a joke. She has divided the party 15 different ways. Hell, she has the establishment working together with the grassroots to get rid of her. That's what actually happened, mind you. It was the grassroots that pushed her out. And now she's claiming the corruption club? No. People with a brain that's in the grassroots part of the party, they're like, screw you. You are screwing everything up. You're destroying this party and killing any credibility MAGA has. Because when people say MAGA, they're not going to think about the average person in the state party trying to change it for good. They would think about Miss Caramel, who focused on this crap. I am just sick to my stomach with these people. I am tired of this party doing the same thing over and over again. I mean, every week now it's the same thing. Michigan GOP in turmoil. Michigan GOP in chaos. This shouldn't be happening. This should have been dealt with last year. The RNC should have stepped in last year to deal with this, but they didn't. They were so lazy. They didn't even care. They were like, nah, we're not going to worry about it. But now you let this tumor grow. You let it fester. And now you have something I don't think's controllable. It doesn't matter what you do. There is a faction of people within the GOP, at least in the state of Michigan, that no matter what you say, they believe Christina Caramel is the chairwoman. This could get ugly. I have no clue how this gets resolved. But if you guys did enjoy, smash the like button down below. Subscribe. Share with your friends. Hit that little bell. Follow the social media accounts in the description down below. And of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.